Hello friends and welcome to Viva Pamplona, where the excitement of the running of the bulls and the Fiesta de San Fermin comes alive every July. Are you ready to test your courage and skill as you race alongside a charging bull? Viva Pamplona is a family and racing board game with dice rolling and roll and move mechanics. The game is designed and illustrated by the renowned game designer Wolfgang Kramer and was published by FX Schmidt in 1992. It can be played by 2 to 6 players and takes around 45 minutes to play. In this game, players become brave mozos, racing alongside a charging bull down the streets of Pamplona. The thrill lies in running as close to the bull as possible before veering away, demonstrating courage and earning respect from fellow players. The goal of the game is to collect the most courage points by strategically placing your runners throughout the game. The player who can balance risk and reward while navigating the challenges will emerge victorious. So who will earn the title of the bravest mozo? Enjoy the festivities and may the best runner triumph. Let me teach you how the game is played, and then I'll share my final thoughts afterward. Setup 1. Distribute runners. Each player selects a color and receives 3 runners, placing them on the starting field with the arena road sign. 2. Starting courage points. Players begin with 30 courage points, ideally composed of 10 red and 2 yellow chips. Arrange these chips in front of you so they are visible to all players. 3. Supply chips. Place the remaining chips next to the board to create a supply that players can draw from during the game. 4. Position Toro. Place the bull Toro in the pen situated behind the starting field, ready to charge. 5. Shuffle the cards. Shuffle the Toro cards thoroughly and place them face down in a stack next to the game board. 6. Determine first player. The player who shouts "Olé" first begins. Play will continue in a clockwise direction. How to play. Viva Pamplona is played in a series of alternating phases. Runner round. 1. Taking turns. Each player rolls both dice on their turn to determine how many spaces to move their runners. 2. Movement rules. Players can only move 2 of their runners on their turn. The number shown on each die represents how many spaces a runner must move forward. Players cannot split the numbers on the dice. Each die must be used for 1 runner. The arrow faces of each die allow a player to move 0 to 6 spaces. 3. End of the round. Once all players have taken their turns, the runner round concludes and transitions into the Toro action. Toro action. After the runner round, the Toro action takes place. 1. Revealing a Toro card. The last player to finish their turn reveals the top card from the Toro deck. Toro is coming. This card instructs players to move Toro forward a number of spaces, as indicated on the card. The next runner round begins immediately after. Toro attacks. This card triggers an evaluation of the runner's courage. In this case, Toro does not move, but players must assess their position relative to Toro. Courage points are awarded as follows. Runners on the same square as Toro receive 3 courage points each. Runners 1 space ahead of Toro receive 2 courage points each. Runners 2 spaces ahead receive 1 courage point each. Runners 3 or more spaces ahead do not receive any points. Runners behind Toro must pay 1 courage point into the supply for each space they are behind. After the Toro action, a new runner round starts, repeating the cycle until the game concludes. Note: the first Toro card of the game must be a Toro is coming card. If the first Toro card drawn was a Toro attacks card, shuffle the card into the deck and draw a new Toro card. Repeat this until a Toro card is coming is drawn. Credit system. If a player runs out of courage points during the game, they can take a credit of 10 points from the supply. Keep in mind that this credit will be deducted during final scoring. Special game board fields. The game board includes special fields that add extra challenges. Orange fear fields. If any runner lands on an orange fear field, the player must pay 1 courage point for each runner on that square. Staying there does not incur additional costs. Pink tomato fields. Landing on a pink tomato field means the runner, Toro, must move back to the last square before the tomatoes. To overcome the tomato fields, the runner, Toro, needs at least 3 move points. Brawling. If runners of different colors occupy the same square, players can engage in fights for better positioning. 1. Starting a fight. A player can initiate a scuffle if they have completed their move and have more runners on that square than the others. Example: 2 to 1, 3 to 2, or 3 to 1. 2. Earning points. The player earns courage points from the defeated runner or runners based on the difference in runner numbers and can choose to move each defeated runner or runners forward or backward by 1 or 2 spaces based on points gained. Example: if the point difference was 1, you may move the opponent's runner or runners by 1 space either forward or backward. If the difference was 2, you may move the runner by 2 spaces in either direction. Please note that any pieces pushed onto the orange fear fields or the pink tomato fields are still affected by them, as if it was their normal move. Important: no brawling occurs in the arena area. Entering the arena. Whenever a runner enters the arena, they have finished the race. At the end of this runner round, all runners who have crossed the finish line and are at the arena get to be placed on the ranking stands based on their corresponding positions. The farther ahead, the earlier the ranking. Place the corresponding runner on the first empty ranking stand. If multiple runners are in the same position in the arena, they get to be placed together on the same rank. If all ranks are filled up, the following runners will simply be added to the last rank. Players should aim to reach the arena just before Toro to maximize points based on their ranks. Runners that successfully reach the arena remain on the numbered ranks after the runner round ends. If a player has only 1 runner available, they get to roll both dice and choose between the 2 dice to select from on their turn in following runner rounds. If a player places all of their runners on the ranking stands, they simply wait until the game ends. Note: once runners are placed on ranks, they cannot be moved or earn points when Toro attacks. End of the game. The game concludes under 2 conditions. 1. Toro reaches the arena. 2. All runners are placed on the ranks before Toro arrives. Final scoring. At the end of the game, players tally their total courage points by adding current courage points they possess, points based on the ranks of their runners in the arena, negative points for each square their runners are behind Toro, -1 point for each space behind for each runner if applicable, and any credits taken during the game. The player with the most courage points at the end wins. Viva Pamplona is a super fun family game that will keep everyone on the edge of their seats. The gameplay is incredibly entertaining, combining excitement with a dash of strategy. This engaging board game, designed by the renowned game designer Wolfgang Kramer and published by FX Schmidt in 1992, can be played by 2 to 6 players and typically takes around 45 minutes to complete. The mechanics are straightforward, featuring dice rolling and roll and move elements that make it easy for players of all ages to jump in. What makes Viva Pamplona truly special is its dynamic and sometimes chaotic gameplay, especially during the Toro card draws. Players have ample opportunities to interact with one another. Whether it's through clever strategies or playable sabotage, the brawling aspect adds a layer of fun, allowing players to push each other's pawns around the board, creating thrilling moments of competition. While there is strategy involved in trying to score the most points, the randomness of dice rolls and card draws means that plans can change in an instant. This unpredictability keeps the game fresh and exciting every time you play. The components are standard for a game from its era, but the artwork is absolutely delightful. It brings the festive spirit of the running of the bulls and the Fiesta di San Fermin to life, creating a vibrant atmosphere that makes you feel like you're right in the heart of Pamplona. One of the standout features of Viva Pamplona is its unique theme. Not many board games capture the essence of this iconic event, and it's refreshing to see such creativity. Players truly embody the role of brave mozos, racing alongside a charging bull, while trying to demonstrate their courage and outpace their opponents. So are you ready to test your courage and skills as you race alongside a charging bull? Who will claim the title of the bravest mozo? Enjoy the festivities and may the best runner triumph. This game is a hidden gem and a fantastic choice for family game night, ensuring hours of fun and laughter. So long live Pamplona! I'm starting to share hidden gem board games from my collection, so be sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on today's board game. Until next time, take care. Peace.